obviously you've taken a pretty firm stance in since we saw you last at the last event with the Nick Diaz stuff. Can you just explain for everybody sort of where that came from, why you decided to really make that stand and support it that way?
Yeah, no, the reason why is I was part of USADA. I was part of the whole Olympic movement, training for 4 years for the Olympics. I started getting tested when I was in high school. And I just felt like the Nevada Athletic Commission was kind of targeting Nick Diaz. And I just felt like that was uncalled for. And I've competed, I won a gold medal. And I've never been tested 3 times in one day, in a span of 12 hours. And I just felt like he was targeted. And I think me as a fellow fighter, I can't let that go down, man. At least for me, man, I couldn't live with myself, being suspended for 5 years. I mean, we've seen some of the stuff that other fighters have done to slap on the wrist. And, I'm not judging anybody by any means. I make mistakes too. Like I made a mistake right before he jumped on the mic. But I'm standing firm, and I mean it when I say I'm not going to fight about it. Even if that means letting go of the title. Like I said before, my self-worth is worth more than my net worth. And the reason why I'm called the messenger is because I try to do good. I try to do good with the platform that God has given me. I became a gold medalist, and I love speaking at schools. I wrote an autobiography, and I've seen the difference that I can make through sharing my story. Son of immigrants, raised in a single-parent home, son of a father with an alcoholic. So it gets really into depth with me. So it's something very broad. And I think me helping out Nick Diaz kind of allows me to continue to kind of share my story with people, the reason why I do things.
Have you had a conversation with the UFC at all? Obviously, that's something, you were in that position, a win over GCA. A lot of people think you'd probably be next. You talked to them at all about that stance? DJ has said he'd like to be part of February card in Las Vegas.
I have not spoken to the UFC, but like I said, man, and the UFC they've just done such a great job. They treated me so well. But I'm taking my stance on this, man. And like I said before, man, I'm a slave to no man. I know what it feels like to be the best in the world. I have a gold medal. Do I really want the gold belt right now and kind of lose my dignity, my self-worth? I'm sorry to break this to you, but my gold medal is actually gold-plated. That belt is not actually gold. It's gold-plated as well. And like I said before, it goes back to my character, to my integrity.
So will it take the suspension being overturned? I mean, what are you looking for to be willing to consider fighting?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, if it's overturned, good. Absolutely, I'd fight in Vegas. I like going to Vegas, but Viva Las Vegas. But it's to the point where somebody has to take a stance. I'll be willing to take the sacrifice. Go ahead, man. If I'm gone, you guys will know why I did this. They call me a martyr of the sport of MMA. It's okay.
Is a reduction okay? Like if they come back and say, we've looked at it, 5 years is too much, and it gets reduced to, I think their new standard is 3 for a third failure. Is there, or is it just a complete voiding of it that'll get you to relent on this?
Yeah, I think at that point I would really have to talk to my team, my agent, who is my mentor, Bill McFarland. I would have to talk to them about it because I obviously I do want to fight, I do want to compete. But at the same time, man, I gotta allow this man to get a fair trial, man. It's unjust what they did, and that's all. It's not about me no more, man. I've reached success. I know what it feels like. I was the best in the world. It's not like when you fight someone and you can continue to keep exchanging the bout. For 4 years, I trained for something my whole life, and I became the best in the world. And remember, success is cool. But I think for me now, as a competitor, I'm gonna win. But to me now, it's based more on significance. So success, significance. I pick significance because I know what it feels like to be the best.
Have you talked to Nick at all? Has he reached out at all?
He has reached out, man. He has reached out through social media. I haven't spoken to him over the phone. But this isn't only for Nick, man. This is for everybody. I'm fighting for all you guys, man. Like this is, who knows, man? I may be next. I can't maybe I painted my fingernails. Pink may get me suspended too. I don't know. So I'm fighting for everybody. I'm fighting for all these fighters in the UFC.
I'm just curious, if the suspension is reduced, I mean, there's still sort of something inherently that must be broken with athletic commission if they are targeting fighters like that. I mean, do you think that there needs to be a conversation about the very governing body that dictates these rules?
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe the fighters probably need to start a board. And I'm afraid to even say the U word. Because that's a whole another article that's going to be twisted around. But maybe we should start a board. And maybe some of the spearheads like Conor or Ronda Rousey. I mean, who am I? A short little Mexican with a big head who happens to have a gold medal that wants to make change. But I think these are the cash cows. You get these guys involved and everything changes.
A couple fighters have, joined, taken a similar stance as to you, but
You
not
know what,
that
that's-
many. Are you surprised that not as many have taken your stance on this?
I'm not surprised, man. People are scared. People are scared, and some fighters said they have, and then now they're fighting in Vegas. So it's, and again, man, I'm actually a theology major, and if you really think about what the apostles did for God, I mean, all these became martyrs for Jesus, this guy that they thought that wasn't God, and these people want to die for this, man. And I'm kind of taking it to extreme. Maybe I'm taking it out of context, but that's somewhat what I feel like here. Like, it's okay, man. If I get cut or whatever happens, that's, you guys know the reason. And I'll say it again, man. My self-worth is worth more to me than my net worth. And
You've been dealing with USADA for years through the Olympics, so is this kind of residual from that? You've seen how they've operated over the years, or is it really just the Diaz situation?
No, I think the USADA deal, I think it's good, man. It keeps us clean. But I think that's just to the extreme what they're doing with him. It's like he's never tested positive for steroids or another drug. He tested for marijuana, man. Some of you guys are probably going back and talking a little bit, right? How do you guys feel? I'm not saying that it's right. I mean, it is what it is. But dude, come on, man, a 5-year suspension. You're taking the man's career. You're taking, getting fined $165,000. That's too much, man. Someone has to take a stand, man. I'm kind of tired of it.
Have you been, sorry, you don't have to name names, but have you been impressed or disappointed with the general fighter reaction to you as far as jumping on the
No, I think everybody has given me a hand. I think everybody has congratulated me. Like, they're like, damn, dude, this little kid has cojones. But it's not necessarily good attention. It's just to do what's right. That's all it is, man. I hate being bullied, and I hate feeling like a bully. So I'm not gonna do it. So I'm in a situation where hopefully these fighters get a chance to see that we are the voice, or our voice needs to be heard.
Henry, what's your take on DJ? Immediately after you said that you wouldn't be fighting in Las Vegas, Demetrious said immediately that he wants his next fight to be in Las Vegas. Is he doing some gamesmanship on you, or?
I don't know. I can care less, man. I'll be honest with you. His time's gonna come. His time's gonna come. That's all I gotta say. It doesn't have to be in Vegas. I'll go to Seattle and fight him. I really would. Let's go to Phoenix and fight. Let's go to Mexico and fight. But I can't do it in Vegas.
When you see a guy like Ali Bagatinov, who's coming off a year-long suspension for testing positive in a drug fight or in a title fight, get a fight.
What do you know about them drugs, man?
But he comes back and gets a fight. His first fight back is against a big name like Benavidez. Was that surprising to you?
No, I think people are underestimating this Baruski. I think he's dangerous, man. I think he has straight punches. I wouldn't be surprised if he beats him. I really wouldn't. I think he comes back hungry. I think he comes back knowing that I think for him, he's fighting for a purpose now. Like, to prove people wrong and to lift this country. And that makes a fighter extremely dangerous.
But you don't think he should have to work his way back up to a fight of that profile after a drug test?
No, I think that's up to the UFC. I think that's something at that extent, man. I'm not gonna get involved in that. I think that's him. But if somebody does get killed at one point, that's I'm cleaning my hands on that one.
Can I assume that you don't think marijuana is a PED in any way?
I've never smoked, man, before in my life, but I have friends that do, and some of them actually need it. I wouldn't be surprised if I need it, because, man, I'm like, I want to wrestle all you guys right now. So I don't know, man. Come on, you guys don't complicate these questions for me. Man. I know how this stuff rolls. The next thing you know, front page, Henry Cejudo said this, and blah blah blah.
Can you talk about your experience at the World Championships in Vegas a couple weeks ago?
Oh man, it's awesome, man. If you guys want to know, if you guys want to get to know some the best athletes in the world, I wish you guys would have gone to the World Championships. You guys will see heavyweights doing backflips, heavyweights just double leg shots. It's nuts, man. There's a reason why wrestling is the toughest sport in the world, and you see it in MMA. You see this guy right here, and these guys never really had a chance to accomplish the pinnacle of the sport. But that chip on the shoulder, but the fact that they have that wrestling background makes them tough.
you talked about DJ a little bit. Let's say you do get the title shot and you are successful. What are some of the things that you would do to get more eyes on the division? Because the drawing power it's not really there right now.
No, I think being myself. I'm Hispanic. I'm American with Mexican descent, and I think I bring that crowd with me. I think people are starting to realize that, man, I'm pretty much the little Kane that people want, and I have a little better Spanish than Kane, so that helps me out a little bit.
You mentioned a couple of times about the media twisting your words. Do you want to use this opportunity to maybe explain what got misinterpreted?
No. It's just.
Or just in general.
It's not that. It's just, sometimes when you talk and then you put things in paper, it sounds completely different. I'm a goofy kid, man. I'll laugh about things, but they never put laugh out loud on the bottom when I say things. So that's all there is to it. I appreciate you guys. I know you guys have a tough job and get to get questions out there, but that's part of your job. My job is not to make mistakes with you guys.